Ndị be anyị ndewono, anyị na-agagharị imegide ọdịda ụlọ nke ndị oyibo na-akpọ building collapse n'Enugu steeti.
Ihe niile a na-agwa aja arụ dịka gọta ma briji, culvert, ihe ndị a niile a na-arụ arụ n'aka. Anyị na-aga njem imegide ọdịda ya maka na anyị na-ezisa ozi gbasatara ịchọ ndị maara ọrụ arụ.
Say no to quackery, we should say no to building collapse, because it's an evil wind that blows no one any good. So it's a very disastrous happening.
As we have been saying, when we give our projects to quacks, then we are putting our life at risk. Not just the lives that will be lost when the building collapses, we'll also be losing a lot of money.
Ndị be anyị, clock it.
My names are Engineer Meka Okonkwo, the current chairman of NICE, Enugu State Chapter. We gathered here today in line with the national directive that there should be a walk of engineers and professionals in the built industry around every city to show our concern about the incessant collapse of buildings that were concerned, and we had to comply with that directive. We gathered this morning, took a walk around some streets in Enugu with our banner announcing to the public that we should say no to quackery, we should say no to building collapse, because it's an evil wind that blows no one any good. So it's a very disastrous happening. When you spend millions or billions and the building just comes down. So these things can be prevented if we patronize professionals instead of quacks. So that's what we did this morning. We've gone around Enugu, sending a message across to all parties, both those in the building industry and those who are not. Because one way or the other, they build houses for themselves through professionals. So that's what we have just done, and it's a great success.
Ndị be anyị ndewono, anyị na-agagharị imegide ọdịda ụlọ nke ndị oyibo na-akpọ building collapse n'Enugu steeti. Anyị nwa bụ ndị civil engineers n'Enugu steeti, and anyị na-agagharị ka ọha wee mmalụ na ha ga na-akwado registered, qualified and professional civil engineers n'elu ụlọ ha n'Enugu steeti. Abụ m Engineer Dr. Chinenye Sandra Ike, the head of department, Civil Engineering Department, ESUT.
Ndewo. Afa m bụ Engineer Evangeline Eko. Anyị bụ ndị injinia ndị nke na-arụ ihe a na-arụ arụ na-aga njem n'ụbọchị nke tata imegide ọdịda ụlọ na ọdịda ihe niile a na-agwa aja arụ dịka gọta ma briji, culvert, ihe ndị a niile a na-arụ arụ n'aka. Anyị na-aga njem imegide ọdịda ya maka na anyị na-ezisa ozi gbasatara ịchọ ndị maara ọrụ arụ. Eje na mkpọrọ onye ọbụla ịfụ n'ụzọ na-aza injinia, chọta ndị gụrụ ya wee mụta ya, ndị maara arụ, so that arụcha ya ka ọ hafe ịda. Daalụnụ.
My name is Engineer Ude Hyacinth Maduabuchi. I'm a member of Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers. Today in Nigeria, the organization agreed to have this work against infrastructural failure and building collapse throughout in 36 states and Abuja. And today, we had our own in Enugu. You see, the reason for this work is for us to sensitize the public about dangers in giving quacks their job. Infrastructural structures means both culverts, bridges, roads. If you watch all the roads we are doing in Nigeria today, even especially Enugu, the contractor will be doing it without a supervised engineer. So engineers are not involved. They are doing it on their own, making things difficult. That's why after doing the road, within 3, 4, 6 months, the road will fail. The same thing bridges, a lot of bridges have failed. The same thing culverts, a lot have failed. So we are doing a work sensitizing people against such menace. It's not a good thing in Nigeria. We want Nigerians to stop it, to be giving their job to professional engineers. Professional engineers are people that went through civil engineering school, approved civil engineering school. They come out, they registered with Nigerian Society of Engineers. They will be elected by Koren. So these are the people that are supposed to do civil works. Thank you very much.
Hello guys, we are here live in the city of Enugu. We are here working against building collapse. And we are here to encourage everyone to say no to building collapse. Say no to giving jobs to quacks, giving your building contracts to quack engineers. This will help us to reduce building collapse in our city, in our city here in Enugu town, if we join hands together to say no to building collapse by stop giving the building contracts to quacks and start patronizing the professionals, especially the civil engineers in town. So this will help us a lot because you see that you have a lot of loss when you have a case of building collapse. By the time you start reconstructing the building again, you see that you spend more than you even spent before. So if you start early, you build safe and you save more. You save life and you save more.
My name is Engineer Niagoro Greg Chigoze. I am a civil engineer by profession, working with Federal Minister of Works. Today, Nigerian Institute of Civil Engineer nationwide, they have to decide to do a workout on building collapse and building an infrastructure collapse. No doubt, this is a timely development, is overdue. Though it is always an annual program. Last year we did it. We repeated it this year. And by special grace of God, we are still going to do it next year. What this workout means for? This means to encourage our professional engineers not to give up on their professional work, and also to advise them to maintain a standard and specification. Just as our motto states, sustaining the world's infrastructure. And our aims is standard or nothing. And we have to use this opportunity to advise the government, because only the civil engineers cannot do it alone. We call on the national body Colen and the NSE to help regulate a law that will help to guide civil engineers. I could remember sometimes years ago during the Obiano regime in Anambra State. If you're an engineer handling a project in Anambra State, you must present your Colen before they can approve your drawing for you. And if you notice during that period of time, there is a little bit building collapse. That is a standard the federal government and the hosted government need to maintain.
My name is Ahmed Ainla. I'm the technical assistant to the national chairman of the Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, Engineer Tokunbo Ajanoku, FNSEF NICE. What we are doing today is the iconic nationwide work against building and infrastructure collapse in Nigeria, which is happening virtually over 30 states in the country. And one of the significant message we are trying to pass with this work is to curb the infestation of quacks in the built environment. And as we have been saying, when we give our projects to quacks, then we are putting our life at risk. Not just the lives that will be lost when the building collapses, we'll also be losing a lot of money. And like we always say in engineering, the amount of money you lose or that you pay when you give your projects to quacks is always more than the amount of money you would have spent if you engage professionals. So what we are saying here is that engage professional civil engineers, professional built environment practitioners to take on your project, your construction project, so that together we can curb the menace of building collapse in Nigeria.